know if I can remember. I don't know if I can remember. My heart is cold like December. Open my heart can remember. Tell me to leave her alone. I don't know if I can remember. I don't know if I can remember. I'm drinking honey right now. Hope I don't crush all amount. If you see me out of town, hope I'm wildin' now. Lost my mind to these guppies and purple now. Fuck the store, they run out of Sprite, oh wow. I don't feel bad when I'm high, I can't touch the sky. If I die late at night, know that I was high. Cried so many nights, but said I was fine. For my demons, I can fight them all, I'm on a high. I can play this song back, I'ma cry a while. Oh, I'ma cry a while. Oh, I'ma cry a while. I cried so many nights. My heart is cold like December. Over my heart can remember. Tell me to leave her alone. I don't know if I can remember. I don't know if I can remember. My heart is cold like December. Over my heart can remember. Tell me to leave her alone. I don't know if I can remember. I don't know if I can remember. December, over my heart can remember. Tell me to leave her alone. I don't know if I can remember. I don't know if I can remember. My heart is cold like December. Over my heart can remember. Tell me to leave her alone. I don't know if I can remember. I don't know if I can remember. I'm drinking honey right now. Hope I don't crush all amount. If you see me out of town, hope I'm wildin' now. Lost my mind to these guppies and purple now. Fuck the store, they run out of Sprite, oh wow. I don't feel bad when I'm high, I can't touch the sky. If I die late at night, know that I was high. Cried so many nights, but said I was fine. For my demons, I can fight them all, I'm on a high. I can play this song back, I'ma cry a while. Oh, I'ma cry a while. Oh, I'ma cry a while. I cried so many nights. My heart is cold like December. Over my heart can remember. Tell me to leave her alone. I don't know if I can remember. I don't know if I can remember. My heart is cold like December. Over my heart can remember. Tell me to leave her alone. I don't know if I can remember. I don't know if I can remember. December, over my heart can remember. Tell me to leave her alone. I don't know if I can remember. I don't know if I can remember. My heart is cold like December. Over my heart can remember. Tell me to leave her alone. I don't know if I can remember. I don't know if I can remember. I'm drinking honey right now. Hope I don't crush all amount. If you see me out of town, hope I'm wildin' now. Lost my mind to these guppies and purple now. Fuck the store, they run out of Sprite, oh wow. I don't feel bad when I'm high, I can't touch the sky. If I die late at night, know that I was high. Cried so many nights, but said I was fine. For my demons, I can fight them all, I'm on a high. I can play this song back, I'ma cry a while. Oh, I'ma cry a while. Oh, I'ma cry a while. I cried so many nights. My heart is cold like December. Over my heart can remember. Tell me to leave her alone. I don't know if I can remember. I don't know if I can remember. My heart is cold like December. Over my heart can remember. Tell me to leave her alone. I don't know if I can remember. broke my heart, can remember. Tell me to leave her alone. God don't know if I can remember. God don't know if I can remember. My heart is cold like December. Who broke my heart, can remember. Tell me to leave her alone. God don't know if I can remember. God don't know if I can remember. I'm drinking honey right now. Hope I don't crash all amount. If you see me out of town, hope I'm wildin' now. Lost my mind to this cup, it's unbearable now. Fuck the store, they run out of Sprite, oh wow. I don't feel bad when I'm high, I can't touch the sky. If I die late at night, know that I was high. Cried so many nights, but said I was fine. For my demons, I can fight them all, I'm on a high. I can play this song back, I'ma cry a while. Oh, I'ma cry a while. Oh, I'ma cry a while. I cried so many nights. My heart is cold like December. Who broke my heart, can remember. Tell me to leave her alone. God don't know if I can remember. God don't know if I can remember. My heart is cold like December. Who broke my heart, can remember. Tell me to leave her alone. God don't know if I can remember. God don't know if I can remember. My heart is cold like December. Who broke my heart, can remember. Tell me to leave her alone. God don't know if I can remember. God don't know if I can remember. My heart is cold like December. Who broke my heart, can remember. Tell me to leave her alone. God don't know if I can remember. God don't know if I can remember. I'm drinking honey right now. Hope I don't crash all amount. If you see me out of town, hope I'm wildin' now. Lost my mind to this cup, it's unbearable now. Fuck the store, they run out of Sprite, oh wow. I don't feel bad when I'm high, I can't touch the sky. If I die late at night, know that I was high. Cried so many nights, but said I was fine. For my demons, I can fight them all, I'm on a high. I can play this song back, I'ma cry a while. Oh, I'ma cry a while. Oh, I'ma cry a while. I cried so many nights. My heart is cold like December. Who broke my heart, can remember. Tell me to leave her alone. God don't know if I can remember. God don't know if I can remember. My heart is cold like December. Who broke my heart, can remember. Tell me to leave her alone. God don't know if I can remember. God don't know if I can remember. My heart is cold like December. Who broke my heart, can
Yo, what's good, everybody? We're back with another Sold Out Live, another Sold Out podcast on this Wednesday, man. Y'all smash that like button. Sub up to the channel if you're new, and if you haven't done so already, of course, y'all know my name is Jeremy Jones, and what I normally do is make content about sneakers. Occasional trying halls, y'all know we got Music Monday as well, which we just had, man. But this is Sold Out, where, of course, we continue the sneaker talk. Pretty much, I try to drop one of these on Wednesdays and Saturdays around the same time, man. Pretty much tonight's topic, we're going to be talking Dick's Sporting Goods, the $2.4 billion deal for Foot Locker. Looks like apparently it may possibly have been blocked. I covered this a couple months ago. So this is probably pretty much like an update. So for the people who don't know, looks like Dick's Sporting Goods was supposed to sell it to Foot Locker, and I guess why we probably haven't seen many, I guess you can say, necessarily major changes at Foot Locker recently, because if you think about it, one of the things to compare it to is kind of like when T-Mobile was trying to be bought out by AT&T, but that got blocked as well because Monopoly, which for the people who don't know what Monopoly is, monopolies are even though they kind of legally, well, let me put it, even way I'll say this, people have found, or certain companies have found loopholes around them. But the monopolies are supposed to be legal. Now, I'll break that down a little bit later in the live. And then looks like Reebok selling to anti-sports. That is actually supposedly not true, but I'm going to go down a rabbit hole on that story as well. Cover that tonight, and then we'll talk a little bit of upcoming sneaker releases, and then we'll wrap this thing up here for the night, man. So as y'all coming in and out, definitely smash that like button, sub up to the channel, and let me know if audio and visual is okay. Also, sign up for the Sold Out Discord. The link is pinned at the top of the comment section, and it's free to sign up. Where, of course, we continue the sneaker talk. We got a food section, a sports section, you name it, right? Okay. But let's get the party started real quick. We're going to, let me read the comments, and then we'll get the party started. We'll see all we got in the building, and appreciate everybody for coming through tonight as always, man. So it looks like we do have Long Beach Joe Jets in the building. Says salutes and respect to Polo in the chat. What up, Long Beach? What up? What up? Kwame, yo, where you been, dog? Where you been? MIA, what's up? What's up? Says, yo, finally a day off. What's good? That's what's up, dog. You've been grinding again to this money. That's the answer to the question. And what's up, dog? What up? What up? What up? What up? You cop any sneakers, or you just been getting to this money, man? Let me know. Let me know. Let me know. What's good, everybody? Looks like we got 47 in the building. Says, let's go 100 fire. Appreciate that as always. Let's see. Kwame says, they got me working daily, busy season until September. Then I catch a break. Okay. Hey, ain't nothing wrong with getting money, man. There's nothing wrong with getting money. You putting in the work and you doing it the way you're supposed to. Hey, just make sure you, when you do get a break, make sure you take a moment to yourself and enjoy, what you work hard for. You know what I'm saying? Life is too short not to enjoy what you put your fruits of labor into. You know what I'm saying? So salutes, homie. And yeah, man. So I think I'll get this party started real quick. I think I'm going to start right where the action begins, and that's going to be with this Dick's Sporting Goods and this $2.4 billion deal with Foot Locker is being blocked. Also, too, just to do a little quick update for the undefeated fours, for the people that's been checking it, I'm going to say this, be patient. As think about this, a lot of people hit on the raffle, right? Okay. Be patient on them getting their stuff shipped out. I know a lot of people have been checking their statuses and stuff like that, but just be patient. Think about this. It's probably more people, it's probably more of us that bought that shoe than the people that's actually working to get the shoe shipped out. You know what I'm saying? So be patient. They did say at the latest towards the end of the month, you probably will see, notifications, meaning they pretty much anticipate to be working pretty much the rest of the month until the sneakers drop to have all the ones who hit on the raffle out. Yes, that means the shoes are going to probably be shipping out early because we have seen people shipping theirs out. It's not going to start shipping on that date. That means they're working on it, and that's their end goal to have probably all of them shipped out by then. So reading is fundamental. I know a lot of people have been keeping up with that as well, and there's nothing wrong with that. You put your bag up, you want what you paid for. You know what I'm saying? I get it. Long Beach says, did sneakers release the undefeated yet? No, they're supposed to be towards the end of the month. Let me look at the calendar. I'm almost positive, and I don't think they're loaded up on there, but rumor has it, so take this with a grain of salt, right? Okay, rumor has it, it's supposed to be August 28th, if I'm not mistaken. It's supposed to be August 28th is when they're supposed to release on sneakers. So only drops that I know of that we've had is pretty much the undefeated raffle joint, and then the next day they did a first come, first serve, which rumor has it that was botted like heavenly, like horribly too. And then of course we got the sneakers drop. I look like this. I feel like sneakers that may be your best chance, even though technically entering the raffle on the undefeated joints, that seems like it may have been your best chance too. But I get it. To be honest, we had two hot drops, in my opinion, back to back. Even though technically what I consider a hot drop, it didn't sell out. You know what I'm saying? If you think about it, we had the fours that dropped previously before that, right? Okay. Pretty much the black and blue joints, you know what I'm saying? But that did technically sit, you know what I'm saying? The rare air joints, they technically quote unquote sit, you know what I'm saying? But again, I know for a fact, a lot of people are doing back to school shopping too. So those are going to move because it's going to probably be a good back to school shoe. Even though technically, you know what I'm saying, it's like, well, that may be the big kid sizes, but there are a lot of big kids that wear adult sizes too. Fun fact, these kids they're not getting, pause when I say this, but they're not they're not getting any smaller. They're actually like, you know what I'm saying? That's all I'm saying. They get older, you know what I'm saying? Looks like we have Manny with the kicks in the building. Says, yerp. What up, Manny's? What up? What up? Y'all smash that like button as y'all come in and out, man. It means a lot to the kid for sure. Other than that, yeah, upcoming releases, we'll see that. This week seems like it's going to be a quiet week for sneakers, which I'm not mad at it. We do got a few drops, but nothing I feel like is a must cop for me. But we'll go towards that, towards the end of live as well, man. I think that, to be honest, having a back-to-back week like that with the fours, we do deserve a little break. Because, I mean, we have been covering the tears, which I'm going to take a break on that tonight. But we have been covering the tear situation, and let's just keep it 100. That stuff can add up very quickly. You know what I'm saying? Real quickly. You know what I'm saying? Kwame says, yo, Manny. That's what's up, man. We showing love back in here. So, again, man. Again, if you didn't cop the undefeateds or what have you, given the situations, I know of some people personally that tried for the undefeateds and they didn't hit. But at the same time, I always say this, and not to take shots at anybody, it ain't over till it's over. You got another drop, you just got to be a little bit more patient. You know what I'm saying? It's been times where, you know, I thought I should have hit on sneakers for those Air Jordan 11 Columbia joints, and I didn't hit, but I just end up being patient. You know what I'm saying? It's just luck of the draw sometimes, you know what I'm saying? But it looks like majority of the people hit, and I did do a survey on that joint, but I'm not going to post it because I posted it on Saturdays, like, sold out live, by the way. Where we at real quick, we got Divine Photos in the building. Says, what up, Divine? What up? Says the undefeated prices are going down. Divine, let's just keep it 100. Are you surprised? And I'm not picking on you, and I'm not trying to be mean here. I'll speak for myself. I'm not surprised because when I did the video of the drip or skip last week, remember, case in point, I'm not picking on anybody in particular. There was a YouTuber, and we can say YouTubers, plural, that decided to get them early. And I will say this, I'm pretty sure it's probably paid off, right? Buying them early and then making sure you get the shoe out early, it's probably paid off. Especially, and I'm not saying who or what, when you know majority of the sneaker YouTubers are, you know, I'll put it this way. Like, I'm going to use myself, for example. Case in point, what if I would have dropped, let's just throw a magic number out there. Let's call it 1,500, right? Let's say if I would have dropped 1,500 to get them early to review it to you guys and have them in hand because I get so many complaints about, you never had a shoe. When I'm like, dog, it's technically not out yet. You know what I'm saying? But anyway, say if I would have dropped 1,500, that's a magic number. We're going to throw that out there on the shoe to get it out early. And then, knowing me, right, and this is different between me and some other cats, right? I'm keeping my shit. No disrespect, no pun intended to make fun of it. I'm keeping my joint. So I'm in the hole. So my video really got to do well. Not saying it won't. It's going to do well, but I got to look at the price to ratio. Am I finna, now this person or maybe this person, who have you, what, maybe their channel and have a bigger following, so it's worth it. So it may make sense for them, but somebody like me, like the guy, the channel that's still growing, me dropping 1,500, am I finna get that back off of, I need that back off of one video to break even. And who's to say that's even real if, like I said, I also pointed this out too, Undefeated themselves said that, you know, they only had so many pairs to give out themselves anyway. So where the hell does the shoe come from? That's always going to be the valid question that the resellers can never ask from me. You know what I'm saying? That's why I prefer the eBay method, because I'm like, at least I can ask the seller for proof to purchase whatever they got to them. Even if it was from, let's just say, GOAT or from another eBay seller, at that point, they'll let me know what it is. But a lot of these people can show me where they purchased it from. And that's one of the places that's one of the ways I like to verify. But there's other ways too. Mental Kid says, Joe Jetson, Divine, salute. Let's see, we got, where we at real quick? Manny, we got Divine Photo says, Manny, my G, salutes. Appreciate that as well. Where we at real quick? Let's see, make sure I'm not missing anything right here. And it says, Solaire says, yo, Sneaker Squad. What up? So yeah, we'll see how it goes. Let's see, Divine Photo says, at eBay will authenticate it and will give you back your money in perspective. This is true. But we gotta also, I always say this too. I still like to do my own due diligence and look at the images and speak with the user if the images aren't necessarily screaming authentic to me, especially when the price is up there. I mean, if you're going to go on a resale market, and I don't care what it is on a resale market, right? We can throw any magic number out there. And this, I'm going to speak for myself. let's say the shoe costs $250 on a resale market. Let's just say they got them going for $300, $350, which that is a little low for undefeated. But I'm just saying, say it got it for that. You still want to do your own due diligence, because at the same time, you don't want to pay too much for the sneaker on the resale market. But at the same time, I've always said this: if you know damn well it's a hot shoe, and if you paying damn near retail, it's gotta make you think a little. It makes me think, right? I'm like, okay, if it's too good to be true, it probably is, right? That's just how I look at it. You know what I'm saying? Where we at, real quick? Let's see. But you're right, Divine, and that is my weapon of choice when and or if I go on a resale market. I rock with GOAT from time to time, but you know, at the same time, I have had my rough patches and experiences with GOAT too, and a lot of other sneaker YouTubers have too. I'm just not the guy out there going to GOAT every single time. It's like, bro, check this out. You know what I'm saying? Granted, every time I do cop from GOAT, I do show you guys, but so far I've been so good. But I have had a bad experience myself. You know what I'm saying? Where we at, real quick? Manuel Kick says, only the brick by brick and the metallic 5 doing numbers this year so far. You might be onto something to that one for sure. The metallic 5s, I feel like, snuck up on everybody. Not that we didn't know about them, but I remember like when they was getting ready to drop, a lot of it was like, yes, you know, I'm gonna wait for them to go on sale, you know, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, they not gonna sell, and blink your eye, them joints most definitely sold. Very well out, you know what I'm saying? Was not necessarily the easiest cop. You definitely had to put some footwork in. Let's see, Devon says, our protection gonna end up being right in the end of the undefeateds will be around $350 to $400 range. I agree. And I've been saying that. I said, when it's all said and done, wait for more and more people to start getting their pairs in hands. Yes, pairs have already been flown out, but as more and more people get their pairs in hand, and then we get the sneaker drop and they get their pairs in hand, that's your sweet spot where you'll know what it's gonna be, right? I'll say this. I would say I would check prices again towards the week before they release on sneakers, and then a week after they release on sneakers. I'm gonna say this: if you see the joints hit around 400, which you're not far from it, if you see them hit around that like mid 300, like 350 and up, I'll say if you see them 375 to about 475, by then, I personally, if I hadn't had a pair, I would go ahead and pull the trigger. No pun intended here. You know what I'm saying? But I would go ahead and cop. I'm no professional reseller, this, that, and the third, but that's just what I would do. Again, you do what you do and make your best decision, but that's what I would do. You know what I'm saying? Manuel Kick says Slayer 100, got the strong arm. Slayer says Manny says got the these joints with the hands up. Devon says there's a Van shoe collab on StockX, which is reselling for around 400. It's called a Van Old School 36. I'll pull it up. You know what I'm saying? Pause. But I'll copy and paste it, and then I'll put it up in another tab. So whenever I get ready to do like upcoming sneaker releases, I'll see what it is. I'm curious. Not really a Vans guy, but to be honest, Dunks would probably, if he was here, he would cut me off and be like, yeah, you used to be because you bought XYZ amount of Vans. I used to rock a lot of Vans. I used to rock a lot of skate shoes, by the way, everybody. And I'm not no shame in my game. I used to skate a lot. Me and Dunks, that's how we kind of became cool. I mean, we was cool before that, but that once we saw we had that in common, that really just made a lot of things even better too, man. So I'm trying to see if it is. I'll glance at StockX too, see if I can find the joint, because I see it, but at the same time, there's a lot of like floating around. Let me see. I'll put it on StockX, see if I can find the right joint. I use StockX as far as like for just making the best educated guess joint. So we'll see how it goes. And then I'll clarify with you, Divine, if this is the right shoe. But yeah, let me touch the chat real quick, then I'll share my screen here, and then we'll get the party started. Divine says, we talking Vans. Hey, look, Vans had they run, bruh, and they still do. Look, I know for a fact the kiddos still be fucking with Vans, though. The B100. Like, I know you and I, like, it's a younger generation. Low-key, they pulling up in some Vans, bruh. No cap. I seen kids looking at Vans. I'm not even gonna hold you. For real. So I mean, we laughing, y'all laughing, but you know, I know Vans have, and I know this sounds like a hypocrite because I have reported that obviously the company that Vans fall under, they've been, you know, XYZ and struggling and what have you, right? But at the end of the day, I mean, they still is a top dog contender, or used to be anyway. I mean, Yeah, I wouldn't compare them to Jordan and Nike. You know what I'm saying? Different ball game, but I mean, in the skate world, they had their run. You know, and they obviously still around because there's a thing. How many skate, and for the people who know about skate shoes, how many can say those brands are still around and still pushing shoes? And if they are, how well are they doing? Because I can go around. Super used to be a top skateboarding brand, sneaker brand too. So much so because Lil Wayne was rocking the shoe because, you know, he was a skateboarder and still is, quote unquote. That's an example too where they went on the up and then they kind of went down too. You know what I'm saying? So they all kind of go through it. DC shoes, you know what I'm saying? That shoe went up too. You know, for the people who know, if you know. All right, we got search one. Hopefully I'm saying that correctly. If not, my bad. It says, yo, what's up, Polo? Am I the only one, or does the Foot Locker app never work properly? It could use improvements, but I think if I had to guess, and I'm about to get started on a story here, ever since they probably realized they were doing a deal with Dick's Sporting Goods, they probably was like, yo, we don't really let them handle it and let them improve it since it's going to be their company. But looks like it may have been blocked. But yeah, I'll say back in the day, Foot Locker app used to be great, but they had a complaint because the newer people who signed up for Foot Locker app, they would never hit because people like me who's been copping sneakers for quite so long, like, you know what I'm saying? I always had a 10-minute head start, and knock on wood, 9 times out of 10, I always knew I was gonna hit on Foot Locker. You know what I'm saying? Now they got a different little algorithm joint and switch it up with that whole Flex app joint. Yeah, it took me a minute to start back hitting on Foot Locker too. Slayer says only people who wear Vans are high school kids and hipsters. I mean, hey, they still got an audience is what I was trying to get at, bro. We got Antonio Jones that says at Slayer hasn't been to Cali before making comments like that. I mean, that's my thing. They got an audience. And I wouldn't be surprised if West Coast not doing that. I'm pretty sure Cali and Vegas, you know what I'm saying? They doing their thing, rocking them. Let's see, search one. You said it right. I used to rock Vans and had some DC shoes in the 2K. Yeah, most definitely. Rabbit hole real quick about me, right? Yeah, I rock J's and I used to rock Air Max 95s and Air Force Ones as well. But at the same time, dog, I used to be so heavy into skateboarding. I rocked the Super joints. I rocked Vans before. I rocked Osiris before. If you know, you know. You know what I'm saying? DC shoes for sure. And I'm not sure if I'm going to pronounce it right. It's S, but we used to call it ES. But I used to rock them as well. You know what I'm saying? There's probably some other brands that I'm even forgetting off the top. Etnies. I used to rock Etnies as well. You know what I'm saying? When I tell you I had pretty much rocked all the skateboarding brands, I rocked them. But then, you know, as I got older, stopped skating, I really started just rocking more J's. You know what I'm saying? Slayer says, let's bring back the Hillies. Hey, nah, I ain't go that far. I know what the Hillies is. I ain't rock them joints though, but we had a few people in my school that had them joints, but you know, they be just walking and out of nowhere they just glide on the joint. I'm good. It would look cool though, but I couldn't do it. Kwame says, I miss those Osiris D3s. They were hot at the time, for sure. I'm almost positive Dunks is the one who picked that shoe out for me at the CCS magazine that we used to get every month, and I copped the black and red pair. Super fire. I remember wearing them joints to school. I got super made fun of by majority of the kids at school. But I didn't give a damn because I was being my own person. Let's see. Antonio Jones says, all the moms and daughters rock Vans, Hoka, and Nike. There you go. Like I said, they got an audience, dog. I'm not going to take that away. But let's get started on the first story here, and then we're going to get this party started. We'll transition on to the Reebok story. But let's start real quick. We're going to talk the Senator Warren to FTC blocks Dick's Sporting Goods $2.4 billion Foot Locker acquisition. So pretty much, let me share my screen real quick because I just read that, but I want to make sure I got my screen shared right here because, again, remember, Dick's Sporting Goods was supposed to buy Foot Locker for that much. So let me share my screen. Boom, you guys should be seeing my screen up in here. So yeah, don't let it get it twisted because if it becomes like a monopoly or something, it makes them where they're like, all right, cool, we doing too much or what have you, right? Slayer says, at Antonio Jones, more so Nike. Antonio Jones says, at Slayer, of course. I mean, Nike's still going to always be the top dog. But it says Warren noted that the deal could potentially lead to higher prices for customers. So is that the reason? Maybe they're saying like if Dick's Sporting Goods acquire Foot Locker, if they let the deal go through for $2.4 billion, will that mean like, okay, Dick's Sporting Goods is pretty much going to have shopping, even if you're shopping at Dick's Sporting Goods, you're shopping at Foot Locker and all this other stores that attach to it as well. You know what I'm saying? Like Lady Foot Locker, which won't hear too much to talk about it, Kids Foot Locker, and there's some other stores that still fall under the Foot Locker umbrella, like for the champs that are still around. You know what I'm saying? Because keep in mind, Foot Locker them did close quite a few stores as well. You got to keep that in mind. But I mean, it will help them grow. But this is my thing. Well, that means they will be any bigger than pause. Say like the people who got what am I looking for? JD Sports. Cause you know JD Sports got DTLR up under their umbrella. They have Finish Line up under their umbrella. You know what I'm saying? And a plethora of other stores that I can't really think of, but they got quite a few up under their umbrella as well. You know what I'm saying? What's the difference here? You know what I'm saying? It would be Big Dog meets Big Dog, but it will be Big Bank take Little Bank. But I mean, to be honest, Dick's Sporting Goods, them, I know they required a whole bunch of other smaller companies, but I mean, that obviously included growth though. You know what I'm saying? If we're going to take that away from pretty much Finish Line and them, because that's pretty much where JD Sports fall underneath. JD Sports fall underneath Finish Line now. And then they were going to close the Finish Lines. Remember we had that story. We haven't seen an update on that, where they were going to put the Finish Line stores in Macy's and pretty much make all the ones that's outside of the store JD Sports. So you shopping at both, really. You know what I'm saying? Again, and there's other little small stores. And then they pick up Hibbett Sports. I'm almost positive they picked up Hibbett Sports as well. You know what I'm saying? While I don't have a Hibbett Sports in my area, but I know there's one on the West Coast. There's one where I grew up from as well. You know what I'm saying? So, again, what's the difference here? So, let's see what the article says. It says, a potential snag in the proposed Dick's Sporting Goods and Foot Locker acquisition deal could be in the works as U.S. Senator Elizabeth Warren is asking the Federal Trade Commission to block the merger. Warren DeMass wrote in a new letter to the FTC and the Department of Justice Antitrust Division that the deal could potentially lead to higher prices for consumers and urge regulators to block the deal if they find it violates antitrust laws. So again, that's what she's saying, where if these guys merge and they grow too big, then they're going to be able to do whatever they want to, and it's going to hurt the consumer. Which sounds like she's trying to look out for our best interest. Like I said, another company earlier where I could think where that deal got blocked was when pretty much AT&T, I believe it, was trying to buy T-Mobile, and then that got blocked, and then T-Mobile ended up what? We still got them around, but from what I got, a lot of people aren't happy. They end up merging with Sprint, and now you don't hear Sprint around anymore because that means T-Mobile then merged it, and now it's just all T-Mobile. You know what I'm saying? So, and for the people who went through that, everybody that I talked to that had like a T-Mobile joint or had a Sprint phone and went through the merger, they said it was not a smooth transition. You know, maybe the majority say it was cool, but all the people I talked to, they were like, hell no, dog. And they end up going to Verizon or AT&T. Anything, it didn't do nothing but push people to pick one or the other at that point anyway. I mean, what's the point if you got a cell phone, but the motherfucker never worked properly? And it's the carrier, not the actual phone. You know what I'm saying? That's something you got to cross your T's and dot your I's. Where we at real quick? It says Warren DeMass wrote in a letter. We read that part. Let me scroll up real quick. It says the combination of Dick's Sporting Goods and Foot Locker would decrease competition in the retail athletic footwear markets, cut jobs, raise prices, and leave Americans to foot the bill, Warren wrote. Isn't that not what kind of sounds like what the tariffs is kind of going through, pushing us through? Because let's just keep it 100, not to talk politics on purpose, but it's got a bit brought up. Because I've been kind of, staying off the topic for quite some time. But it's my thing, right? Think about this. The price of everything has literally went up. You know what I'm saying? So it don't seem like a lot from the surface, but when you start to realize you're getting nickel and dimed everywhere you turn around, things will add up real quickly, because especially if your paycheck, and I'm not counting anybody's pockets, if it's staying the same but everything else is going up, our paychecks has got to grow up too to fit the bill. Now, There's been rumors is once we get all this tariff stuff figured out, then things should go back down. I don't know about you, but I'm not buying it until I see it, because for the simple fact that, usually everything goes up and stays up, and then you just gotta have to some way find a way to climb up to it, which can be easier said than done too. I want to throw that out there. Let me hit the chat real quick. Where we at? Antonio Jones says, what these YouTube resellers going to do when the 2025 is over and you can't keep comparing every shoe that releases to the bricks? I mean, they will adapt. They will have to adapt. I've seen it happen time and time again. This is my thing. The shoes, in my opinion, a lot of shoes are considered bricks because they don't necessarily instantly sell out because people are being more selective. I'm not even saying that. I'm going to say this. While people don't got it, but they do got it, people are just being selective of what they're spending their money on because you got bills and financial and families and everything to take care of first. You know what I'm saying? Again, you see everybody showed up for the undefeateds, right? But the rare airs they left alone. Those are going to move too. Mark my words. They're just going to move a little bit slower. Let me get back to the article real quick. It says, the combination of Dick's Sporting Goods and Foot Locker would decrease the competition. We read that part. The particular concern in giving that more than half of the parents plan to sacrifice necessities such as groceries because of raising prices for back-to-school shopping, including sneakers. Now, we did cover an article where Nike said they didn't plan to raise the prices on the back-to-school stuff. You know what I'm saying? But we have seen the stuff go up. This is my thing. Even if they didn't raise the prices on the kiddo shoes or the, grade school shoes and what have you, this is my thing. If those kids, I know of 13 and 14-year-olds, they're wearing, their shoe size is bigger than my joint. Pause. But this is my thing. These kids are wearing a bigger size than me shoe-wise, and that means they're in the adult sizes. They can't fit the kiddo sizes. So guess what? The parents is going to be feeling that $5 and $10 increase or what have you, insert your number across the board. You know what I'm saying? And not all kids are rocking Nike and Jordan. We kind of proved that too. So even if Nike didn't raise the price on the shoes, what's to say that kid say, well, Mom or Daddy, I want a pair of Vans to go back to school, and now they're not what they once was. You know what I'm saying? That's my thing, too. That's just an example. I'm not saying that's what's happening, just an example. Whole Live is a legend and opinionated base. I just want to throw it out there. Antonio Jones says, I meant how they always compare them to Nigel's talking about the quality and BS. This is my thing, dog. I get it. The Nigel joints didn't do anything for me. I have seen that floating around. But, again, to each their own. They're okay. And Nigel's have come a long way. But they're not, I don't know. That's kind of like a hype beast. And I'm not saying you, but just in general, that's kind of what people do. You know what I'm saying? They got to have something to compare it to. Like case in point, the thing that used to float around for the longest, right? Whenever people got new Jordan 1s or when new Jordan 1s come out, everybody used to like, yo, is it shattered backboard quality though? Is it shattered backboard quality? Now we're getting the shattered backboards coming again this year, and they're barely getting any talk of. And they're saying the qualities are not the same. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, it comes with the game. It definitely does. Where we at real quick, it says, Foot News has reached out to Dick's Sporting Goods and Foot Locker for comment. In May of 2025, Dick's Sporting Goods announced its intentions to acquire Foot Locker for $2.4 billion, which could combine the U.S. largest sporting goods retailer with one of the largest athletic shoe retailers in the country. The new giant would allow Dick's Sporting Goods to control more than 15% of the U.S. sporting goods market and could create a duopoly with current largest athletic footwear retailer, JD Sports. So, yeah, that duopoly is basically, and this is how I take it, is another way to say monopoly, which is what I was getting at earlier. Monopolies, to the best of my knowledge in this country, which I'm pretty sure people have found loopholes, so bear with me when I say this, monopolies are supposed to be illegal. Now, have you ever played the game of Monopoly, which I feel like every time I play Monopoly, hell, everybody just bowed out and quit. You know what I'm saying? Because the game lasts forever. But if you got time to kill, it is a fun game. My thing is, how I remember is big bank take little bank. You pretty much got to buy up every damn thing and get everybody to pay you. And the person who runs out of money loses. You know what I'm saying? You just got to keep doing it. And it takes a minute. You know what I'm saying? It definitely takes a minute. And it shows basically a form of gambling, which, it is kind of fun. But I will say this. Monopolies are illegal because basically what it means is the person they pretty much put you in a position where they own all the stuff and ain't nobody got no choice but to buy the product from you. And at that point, if you're the only place that got something, what do you think they're gonna do? They're gonna raise the prices up on you slowly because they're like, well, who else you gonna go to? Oh, well, guess what? We got way more product compared to, we'll just insert JD Sports. So once they get through playing their games and selling out their products, guess what? Coming on over here, we got you, but we got you for an extra few dollars. You know what I'm saying? That's what I'm saying. It could be that. You know what I'm saying? And I'm not saying this is the case, but sounds like that's what duopoly is. Footwear retailer JD Sports. So they're pretty much JD Sports, like I just was telling you, they have probably the most stores right now. So I'm assuming though, if this probably will put them over if this deal goes down, this person is trying to imply that this could take them over the top past JD Sports and make it hard for everybody. Let's see. Antonio Jones says, read that part. Search One says, life was a better board game. I don't remember if I played that joint. But you get what I'm saying though. Monopoly, that's what I was just trying to compare it to. It says, the size of the deal and each company's significant presence is the athletic footwear market suggests this deal merits significant scrutiny from antitrust agencies if competitors Dick's and Foot Locker combined. The resulting elimination of competition could lead to higher prices for consumers and other negative effects. Higher prices on athletic footwear could lead to further economic hardship for parents, added Warren. The senator, and I hope I said that correctly in the beginning, the senator also noted that the deal poses a threat to workers, citing that Foot Locker said it would close some of its stores as a result of the acquisition, which they already closed. To the best of my knowledge, they were set to close 400 some stores. You know what I'm saying? So they're going to close more. You know what I'm saying? I get it. Antonio Jones, whoever's watching and didn't hit the like needs to check in. Appreciate that, dog. Definitely smash that like button as y'all commenting out, dog. Really means a lot. Where we at real quick, it says the senator noted that. It says the resulting of job losses could put an additional strain on local communities, which are already facing historic rates of retail store closures, Warren said. So yeah, and let's just keep it 100, dog. Not counting nobody pockets, but we just gonna talk the country and the economy in general. We are all feeling it, no matter how you slice it and dice it, dog. You know what I'm saying? I noticed a significant change in my shopping and what have you. You know what I'm saying? I'm doing my very best to still cop my sneakers, but hell, everything has went up. It's time for some other things to go up too, if you catch my drift. You know what I'm saying? If we're gonna keep playing this game. She also argued in a letter that the proposed deal could also hurt small businesses since the new company would have a significant increased power to extract favorable conditions with manufacturers, putting independent retailers at a disadvantage and giving Dick's and Foot Locker an incentive to engage in anti-competitive conduct to restrict suppliers from dealing with independent retailers. The mega deal also comes as consumers face increased athletic shoes costs from President Trump's horrific tariff policy. There you go. Again, I knew this was going to come into play. I didn't even want to cover anything about no tariffs tonight, and I'm not going to, but that lets you know right there. Yes, the tariffs are playing a part, right? I don't care who you vote for or whatever. I'm just saying, whoever created the tariffs or whatever, it's going to affect us. You know what I'm saying? Because the thing is, people say, well, it's not going to hurt us because the company has to pay the tariff costs to get the product of XYZ, not us. Hello. Let me put it this way. Yes, that is correct. The companies are going to fit the bill for the tariff costs to get the product over here. But what do you think they're finna do in return to their consumers, right? Okay, cool. We got to pay more. So do you guys. We'll just spread it out. $5 here, X amount of dollars here. So yeah, they may fit the bill up front, and we're gonna fit it too. You know what I'm saying? That's why it hits us all in one full circle, no matter how you slice it and dice it. It says, as a result of the administration traffic trade policy and the uncertainty it has created, economics projects that shoe prices are slated to rise by 44%, Warren added. This deal could raise prices for families already facing higher sneaker costs from President Trump's tariffs and threaten workers and small business. Warren noted that the FTC and DOJ should carefully scrutinize this merger and block it if it's illegal, harms competition, in violation of federal law. So, I mean, I get where this person is coming from. I'm not going to sit up here and say, like, oh, man, I don't see what... I mean, I get what their thought process with this is. So, again, I don't want to sit up here and say, like, they're damn if you do, damn if you don't. I mean, to be honest, dog, honestly, I feel like there could have been a better way of kind of handling this where everything is fair out. I get where, you know, this current administration is trying to aim at, but I feel like it's kind of becoming not necessarily the best route. And maybe it's just a rough patch like they claim it's going to be, and we're going to get through it, you know? Antonio Jones says, undefeateds are going to be the last shoe for a few months. If bricks restock tomorrow on Friday or whenever, I'll take a shot, but won't be mad if I don't cop. I respect it. The brick by bricks wasn't it for me. If they restock, I probably still won't go for them. Undefeateds, that should be in the bag. I did catch a W, so I'm good. Just waiting on the shipping, like a lot of us are. So yeah. To be honest, dog, I think that'll be it for the kid for me this year too. I'm trying to think in particular, what else do I really, I mean, there is some 11s and stuff like that I want. So it is a lot of things that is on the table that I'm thinking about getting, but I don't know exactly, you know, what my next shoe is going to be. You know what I'm saying? So I respect that as well. So let me transition on to the next topic right quick, and then we'll get this party started for like the last 10 minutes, and then we'll talk upcoming sneaker releases here to wrap things up here for the night. Let's see. It says, Authentic firmly dismisses rumors it's selling Reeboks to China Anti-Sports, which you know that's where Kyrie had went. And it says, Authentic acquired Reebok in 2022 for $2.5 billion. Where we at real quick? Search One says, I think the undefeateds are dope, but people are wild for paying $450. It's not that serious. Hey, like I was telling y'all at the beginning of the live, big dog, there's some people that has paid more. There's some people that's paid up to $1,500 to get the early reviews out. You know what I'm saying? To each their own, but it's just not for me. You know what I'm saying? I can't do that. Well, I'm not going to do that. I'm not saying it can't, but it just wouldn't. I don't think it'll be a smart business move for me. But this article came out August 6th, and it says, Authentic Brand Group is hitting back on the rumors that Reebok brand is up for sale. The memo to Reebok license obtained by Footnews, Stevie Robera, Executive Vice President of Reebok and champion at Athletic, denied the rumors the brand product partners on Tuesday. Athletic is not selling Reebok to Anti. The claim is completely false, he wrote. The executive added that the Authentic has no plans to diverse Reebok now or ever. Keep in mind, we do have Allen Iverson and Shaq over there. Now, I got a lot of tabs up, too, about this joint for Reebok, man. I remember when Reebok used to be that brand with best-known collabs. You know, and I'll pull up some examples later. But keep in mind, they did the S-Dots with Jay-Z. This is for the people who don't know, right? They did the S-Dots with Jay-Z. They've done collabs with 50 Cent and G-Unit joint, right? Soulja Slim, which is from New Orleans to the best of my knowledge, they did a collab with him. You know what I'm saying? Even Stevie Williams, the guy I was talking about, Saturday, he's done a collab with Reebok. You know what I'm saying? I'm pretty sure Pharrell Williams has done a collab with Reebok, and I'll go down the history of that in just a little bit. It says, in our 16 years of brand ownership, we have never sold a brand, Rob Bear noted. We remain fully committed to the brand's growth and global success. This is my thing, dog. They need to get a collab over there. Ye would have been great to the table, but you know, he's too much of a risk. But I do think they need to get a strong collab over there. To be honest, I would like to see Jay-Z go back and do like a S-Dot again and go from, I don't think it's going to have the same success because he's not actively rapping, but I feel like if done correctly, it still will make some numbers and make some noise and have a conversation piece. You know what I'm saying? Where we at real quick? Search One says, so Shaq was all cap that in the Netflix show, He was saying that they were going to be number 2 in a year. Are they still involved? Shaq and Allen Iverson are still involved, to the best of my knowledge. This is my thing. If they're trying to be number 2, they got to pick up the pace. If they want to pick up, they got to pick up the pace. And what they need is the right collab. You know what I'm saying? They need somebody over there going to do the right collab. They can't get Travis, most likely, because Nike already got him. You know what I'm saying? Drake over at Nike as well. So who can we get over there? Ye, he's all the way in left field right now. You know what I'm saying? No disrespect to Ye. But they need the right collab over there, I think. And I'm talking music-wise collab, too. I think it'll have been great. We got Antonio Jones that says, the commercial with 50 and Jay-Z freestyling about the G Units and S Carter, most definitely, you know, if you know. Search One says, I didn't even care about the joints in the 90s. All I wanted was pumps. It's my thing. So, this my thing. They got potential. They just got to make sure they get it out there right. It says, the memo was a result of the rumors swirling on Tuesday that the Authentic was close to selling Reebok to Chinese sportswear anti-sports. Some reports claim that the deal had already been finalized. With roots dating back 130 years, Reebok was officially launched in 1958. Adidas acquired, see, I knew this. I knew Adidas had owned them. It says, Adidas acquired Reebok in 2006 for $3.8 billion and laid out a turnaround plan for the brand in 2016. The plan was meant to lay the foundation to unleash for full potential and highly attractive global sporting goods market. So this kind of double downs where like, Ye, yeah, it's over. Because Ye had Adidas. That's why he couldn't go to Reebok. You know what I'm saying? Because, I mean, technically they fall under Adidas. And if we know this, what do you think people are going to say? If you can't, how you going to cancel them but bring them back under Reebok? That's still your company, you know? Antonio Jones says, I used to want the light up LA gear. Hey, don't feel ashamed, dog. I used to want them shits too. I think I had a pair. And Michael Jackson actually was seen rocking them joints when he was younger too, dog. It was that shoe. It was that shoe. It ain't nothing to be ashamed. It ain't. Yeah, that's what's up, you know. Search One says, Antonio Jones, LOL. I had the LA Gear pumps because my parents weren't buying my Reeboks. I had to beg for a pair. Let's see. Years later, Adidas announced that they'll sell the brand in December in 2020 as a part of the company's. Oh, okay, so Adidas did sell it. So, I mean, Ye technically could go back over there, but I mean, I don't think they want him over there. But I'm just saying, so years later, Adidas announced it would sell the brand in December 2020 as a part of the company's 2025 Own the Game strategy meant to boost sales and market share. Adidas made the decision to focus more deeply on Adidas brand and diverse Reebok. So that means Authentic Brand. I'm assuming that's who got them now, right? It says, when Authentic Brands Group acquired Reebok with the mantra, let Reebok be Reebok, it projected $5 billion in global retail sales for 2023, surpassing the target, and now is aiming for $10 billion annually by 2027. This success is partially due to the brand's re-entry into basketball through its partnership with the talent like of Angel Reese, which y'all know I like her, and then Jaholi Carrington, hopefully I'm saying that correctly, as well as his partnership with the WNBA. So they've gotten a deal with the WNBA. I want to say Shaq and Allen Iverson are over there too, because obviously Allen Iverson has his pairs over there. I know Shaq has some shoes over there, but they need a music art over there. They need a hot and upcoming music artist, I feel like, that can bring them back with some style. You know what I'm saying? I really know how to help get in there and bring out that, right stuff. You know what I'm saying? Antonio Jones says, I had some Franklin pumps. Let's see. Search One says, Adidas did Reebok dirty. Then they made them into some CrossFit BS and changed the logo. That was the nail in the coffin. Damn. It says, most recently, Authentic Brands Group found new partner for its Reebok's operations in the U.S., Europe, and U.K. after a period of reshuffling. As reported by Foot News January, Authentic confirmed that Galaxy Universal has taken over Reebok's footwear operations, retail stores, and e-commerce, as well as leading Reebok's global product creation, design, and sourcing. In addition, a new joint venture between Galaxy and Broader Group, Double GB Brands Europe Limited, all oversee the brand operations across the Europe and the UK. This new venture takes over for New Guards Group, which is NEG abbreviated. It says a division of Farfetch, which previously distributed Reebok's footwear and apparel in Europe. So there you have it, man. So I would say nothing new up under the sun to really anticipate about this one. I guess the rumors that were floating around is false, according to them, and we'll see this. But I'll say this: Reebok can bounce back, man. I think this. Now, just a quick little glance, because I got some stuff on the screen. Looks like they did collabs with Cameron, right? I don't know if you guys remember that. So they definitely done stuff with Cameron. Got that up on the screen, which I didn't know that myself, which I may have, but I know I didn't cop. They did one with Neor. Looks like this is like 2024. Now, these are probably more so a fashion brand joint. Neor Kai Pneumonia. I'm probably pronouncing that all the way jacked up. This is the Cameron joints, I believe, the In Flames. Let's see. We also did the one where this is the classic neon joints. That's one with there. I know they did one with Kendrick. These are the pumps right here. This is one that people were talking about too. So they've done the collab with this joint. This is Mason Margiela. Hopefully I'm saying that correctly. So yeah, if you guys are still been keeping up with Reebok, obviously they did one with Flintstones and the Jetsons, which I didn't even know this. So yeah, that's crazy. This is another collab they did too. Then they got the bronze joint. Let's see. This one right here, I didn't even know what this one is. This is the Ghostbusters joint. So they did one with Ghostbusters. This is actually pretty dope. I wouldn't buy it, but if I was like a kiddo, like, you know what I'm saying, I would probably want these. You know what I'm saying? This is BBC and Ice Cream. I remember they did that. So Pharrell, before Pharrell went over to Adidas, Ice Cream used to be on a Reebok. Now, Ice Cream was our skateboarding brand under BBC, which is Billionaires Boys Club, for the people who don't know. Let's see where we at real quick. Devon says, I know Shaq and AI is trying to get Reebok off the ground with Angel Reese, but they need to get a current NBA player to push the brand off the ground. True, but they also need to get somebody over there from the entertainment world, music wise. You know what I'm saying? I think they could even tap in on the market for boxing and stuff like that too. Like they could go in as far as they want. If they want to keep pushing sports, they should easily do they could easily fall under the boxing world. And what's the other joint? UFC. You know what I'm saying? UFC don't really wear sneakers, so I guess you can say run that back. But for the sports that do be in there, like boxing is one of that untapped worlds. I feel like they can do that. I'm not saying people are going to buy boxing shoes, but they can easily do their shoes and turn it into a boxing joint. And for the people who do box, they'll probably want to fall in there. That's a deal. It's a market to tap in. It's require a little bit more business sense than what I got. But yeah, it's something they can tap in. Where we at real quick? Devon says, they need a rising star to help the brand. I agree. Devon Photo says, maybe they could ask Salehi to do something crazy with their models. He'll help, but they need a name. They need a name. They need a face. JJ Jown and Reebok Club C. They did that joint. This is it right here. Interesting. This one right here is Victoria Beckham and Reebok. Let's see where we are real quick. They've done a lot of collabs low key. We just haven't been keeping up. Now this is the pretty much, I think this is the Kendrick Lamar joint right here, which is basically blue and red. And this is the Cameron joint. We already saw that. And then just for the kiddos who don't know, real quick, they did stuff with Bape. I didn't even know they did stuff with Bape. These are the Jay-Z Reebok joints. He wore these during the Super Bowl joints, the S-Dots, which meaning they're still holding up, or maybe there's something behind the scenes. Now, this joint came out 2003, if I'm not mistaken. This is young Jay-Z, clean cut, no damn, yeah, you know what I'm saying? Where we at real quick? So, yeah, we got young Jay-Z in here. Let me hit the chat real quick. Sir says, Reebok needs to redesign the pump and get a rapper or a streamer on board. I think they should try to put some AI in the sneakers. That got to do something totally out of left field. I think that if they can get like somebody like a Cool Kai over there, let him design something, that would be dope too. You know what I'm saying? Because he's definitely one of the top streamers for sure. But I think we need a music guy, somebody with some rhythm and some talent and thinking behind the scenes type of thing. I think they should bring these S-Dots back if I'm going to keep it real. Let's see. Antonio says, used to have icy white Reebok classics. Reebok still catch my eye when I see them. They are still got low-key following. They do. They definitely do. They're just not on the level of like a Nike them. Antonio says, I had some yellow and black ice creams. I never had a pair of ice cream sneakers. I always wanted a pair, though. I really have. And then Devon says, not JJ Jones. He says, JJ Jones don't do much with all their collabs, but yet they do high on resale market. Yeah, they do keep it plain and simple. They do. So, yeah, these are the S dots he wore during the Super Bowl, which very unique fit, but it's Jay-Z-ish. You know what I'm saying? His style has always been unique. This is pretty much 50 Cent's G-Unit joints for the people who don't know this. This was with Reebok. You know what I'm saying? Rumors is he was supposed to be coming back. If you look like this was published back in 2024. He was supposed to be coming back. I wouldn't mind seeing these coming back because I actually would like to have a pair because I never got a pair of these growing up. And then this is the pretty much rejoint of the Soldier joint that they did. Now, this was a while back. This was back in 2017, but I just wanted to pull up some stuff for reference. Now, I think this is into Soldier Slim that's based out of New Orleans, so RIP. And then let's talk a little bit of upcoming sneaker releases, then we'll wrap things up for the night. I did see where we are real quick. Reportedly in 2026, which is next year, they're going to be doing, and I'm not excited about this, a Nike SB Air Force One. Reportedly. My thing is this, why? Why, right? And then also we got the Blue Sparks that's supposed to be slotted for this week as well. We'll see how that goes for them. Air Max 95 joints. They dope, but I don't know if I'm going to cop. And then also we already had the Nike Job 3 drop already. I covered that. Let's see. These are some Crocs, which I'm not really too crazy about that. We got the Blue Sparks on this joint. JJ Jones, which again, I didn't know these were dropping on Thursday, but I wasn't really checking for them either. Devon says, an SB Air Jordan 3 sounds would be cool. I don't think we need to do too many mergers, dog. I mean, let the SB be what it is, in my opinion. They already did the SB and a Dunk combined. You know what I'm saying? When I think deep down, they should have just left SB alone, you know? Now we got the Nike SB Air Max 95s. You know what I'm saying? Not everything needs to have a merger per se, but I get Nike them. We've been telling them try something different, try something new, and maybe this is where they're like, hey, we're doing what y'all asked us to do. What else you want me to do? You know what I'm saying? I get it. Where we at real quick? Kwame says, I need the gray and blue Air Max 95s. The Blue Spark joints, they clean. They super clean. Antonio Jones says, I'm starting to notice people rocking those Samoans a bit more. I didn't know that. Wow, I didn't even know that. You know what I'm saying? Y'all know I've been so locked in with Jordans for a minute. It's been a minute. This is going to be like the New Balance joint. Let's see where we are real quick. Vomero Plus. These are supposed to be coming out too Thursday. For the people that's in the Vomero world. JD Sports exclusive Asics. Gel joint. Gel Saskern. Probably butchering that all up. That's August 8th. Of course, we do have the denims for the ladies right here. To me, if it ain't the Levi 4s, I don't really want any other form of denim shoe. But for the ladies, these may move. You know what I'm saying? We'll see how that goes. And I think that's pretty much it that we have on the radar. Yeah, man, let me put myself back on the main screen and wrap this thing up here for the night. I'll read the comment section a little bit more, and then we're going to wrap things up because I've been on this joint for like an hour and 3 minutes, man. And y'all been very helpful and active in the chat, making sure everything is run smoothly. Devon says, there's a rumor there's going to do a SB on the Barclays. Wow. Interesting, man. I mean, like I said, we got enough collabs in my opinion, but at the same time, I get Nike them. They got to do something and try something because that word innovation gets tossed around so much. So, you know what I'm saying? They got to come up with something. I get it. I'm not going to knock them until I see it. You know what I'm saying? Devon says, did you look at the Vans I told you about? Oh, yeah, I did put it up in the search tab. Hold on, let me see real quick. But I don't know if I got up the right one. So here we go right here. Boom. This is what came up. I don't know. Is it these joints right here that's selling for that much on here? Because these right here, 485. Was these the ones you talking about? I think. Don't quote me on this. When is it supposed to be dropped? Let me look at the date. This was supposed to be the 31st of pretty much, 2025. Yep, those are the ones. That's what I figured. Yeah. I don't know if I can give you let me see from my size. I'm a size 485 for my size if I wanted to cop right now. No, what are y'all retail? Retail 125? That is crazy for some Vans though. And this is my thing, right? That shoe already look dirty, bruh. Like no disrespect, but they already look dirty. You know what I'm saying? I don't know if I can give you 485 for a shoe that already looked worn, but I mean, it's not bad though. The younger me probably would cop though if I'm gonna keep it real. Yeah. Antonio says, I need a Seahawks jersey with those A6 you showed. Okay. That's what's up. Man, I haven't had a jersey in a minute, man. I used to rock them back in the time, especially when I was in like middle school and high school. I used to rock jerseys all the time, man. I love them. You know what I'm saying? I don't know what made me kind of get out of them. Might have to start back, bring them back a little bit. Devon says, yep, those are the ones. Appreciate that, Devon, for confirming. Baseball jerseys I can rock. I wouldn't mind having a basketball jank for the summertime. I should start bringing it back because we used to rock those back in the day, dog. For real, for real. I remember, man. I'm probably telling my age a little bit too much. But let me put myself back on the main screen. Boom. You guys should see me back on the main screen. Let's go and wrap this thing up for tonight. Appreciate everybody for coming through and showing love and being active in the chat. I'll be back live again on Saturday with another Sold Out Live, another Sold Out podcast. Until then, sign up for that Sold Out Discord. The link is pinned at the top of the comment section, and it's free to sign up. Well, of course, we continue the sneaker talk, but we got a food section, a sports section, you name it, right? Okay. Definitely more content on the way. And I definitely will see you guys again on Saturday. Again, my name is Jeremy Jones. Y'all know what I do. I make content about sneakers, occasional Tron Halls, and I also got Music Monday. And yeah, I'll see you guys again on Saturday. And I am officially out this thing, man. Peace.
December, where my heart can remember. Tell me to leave her alone. God don't know if I can remember. God don't know if I can remember. My heart is cold like December, where my heart can remember. Tell me to leave her alone. God don't know if I can remember. God don't know if I can remember. I'm drinking honey right now. Hope I don't crash while I'm out. If you see me out of town, hope I'm wildin' now. Lost my mind to this cup, it's unbearable now. For the store, they run out of Sprite, oh wow. I don't feel bad when I'm high, I can't touch the sky. If I die late at night, know that I was high. Cried so many nights, but said I was fine. For my demons, I can fight them all, I'm on a high. I can play this song back, I'ma cry a while. Oh, I'ma cry a while. I'ma cry a while. I cried so many nights. My heart is cold like December, where my heart can remember. Tell me to leave her alone. God don't know if I can remember. God don't know if I can remember. My heart is cold like December, where my heart can remember. Tell me to leave her alone. God don't know if I can remember. God don't know if I can remember. December, where my heart can remember. Tell me to leave her alone. God don't know if I can remember. God don't know if I can remember. My heart is cold like December, where my heart can remember. Tell me to leave her alone. God don't know if I can remember. God don't know if I can remember. I'm drinking honey right now. Hope I don't crash while I'm out. If you see me out of town, hope I'm wildin' now. Lost my mind to this cup, it's unbearable now. For the store, they run out of Sprite, oh wow. I don't feel bad when I'm high, I can't touch the sky. If I die late at night, know that I was high. Cried so many nights, but said I was fine. For my demons, I can fight them all, I'm on a high. I can play this song back, I'ma cry a while. Oh, I'ma cry a while. Oh, I'ma cry a while. I cried so many nights. My heart is cold like December, where my heart can remember. Tell me to leave her alone. God don't know if I can remember. God don't know if I can remember. My heart is cold like December. Open my heart can remember. Tell me to leave her alone. God enough I can remember. Good enough I can remember. My heart is cold like December. Over my heart can remember. Tell me to leave her alone. God enough I can remember. God enough I can remember. My heart is cold like December. Over my heart can remember. Tell me to leave her alone. God enough I can remember. God enough I can remember. I'm drinking honey right now. Hope I don't crush all amount. If you see me out of town, hope I'm wildin' now. Lost my mind to this cup, it's unbearable now. Fuck the store, they run out of Sprite, oh wow. I don't feel bad when I'm high, I can touch the sky. If I die, let I know that I was high. Cried so many nights, but said I was fine. For my demons, I can fight them all, I'm on a high. I can play this song back, I'ma cry a while. Oh, I'ma cry a while. Oh, I'ma cry a while. I cried so many nights. My heart is cold like December. Over my heart can remember.